This is Matrix Lord 212, and despite Hurricane Sandy, one of the biggest news to hit while I had no power and limited brief updates between like the news was that George Lucas had sold Lucasfilm to Disney for over $4 billion, which the biggest news possible, and I was not able to make a video about it and upload it, and I was going nuts. You know, when everything was going wrong, and things seemed really grim. Things were getting worse. The next day, when that news hit, call me crazy, but the first thing I was thinking of is like, oh my God, to see Star Wars Episode 7. As a kid, I couldn't wait to see more Star Wars movies after Return of the Jedi, and it took so long for those prequels to come. And I always believed there was going to be the three before and the three after. And I even made a video about that months ago, that I strongly believed that we would still see Episode 7, 8, and 9. And I was right again. I was right, so go check my video. But yes, George Lucas had sold Lucasfilm. And what does this mean, really? Well, there was a secret meeting, okay, that I saw on one of the sites that George Lucas had with Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill, discussing that he was going to do Star Wars Episode 7, 8, and 9. Now, there is a strong possibility that Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford will all reunite to be in an episode, to be in a movie or a few, to be a part of that. But the possibilities are endless right now. George Lucas handed over the keys to Lucasfilm to, I believe her name is Kennedy, and she loves Yoda. She's like, oh, I love my Yoda, and he will be back, I guess. So the possibilities are endless what they're going to do. I mean, there was talk of a Boba Fett movie. They still have the Star Wars TV series. They definitely want to bring back Chewbacca and, the Emperor in some form or another, whether it be prequel movies or, I mean, the possibilities just are there. I mean, while the actors are alive, while the actors are still here, they could film tons and tons of stuff for Star Wars. They could make movies in between. They could make movies about the video games, and make off like an alternate, version or something. They even talked about bringing back Droids, the cartoon, and making new things with that. There is no limit now to what they could do with Star Wars. And, with the success of Avengers, I mean, Star Wars is going to go crazy. Episode 7, 2015? Oh my God. I mean, when I heard that, I was like, the greatest feeling known to man. When you have everything going wrong, and the one thing you always wanted in your life as a geek fan is for more Star Wars movies, and you never thought it would happen, or you hoped it would happen. I mean, I made videos saying, "Oh, I hope it happens. I think it was gonna happen. I felt it in my gut." But you know what? Even if you feel it in your gut, like all the signs point to no. And then when everything was going wrong, that little piece of information was like, "Oh my God," you know. And I said to myself, you know what? I can't wait for the day. I can't wait for the day to get through all this, to put this all past us, put this all behind us, and to sit in that theater with my kids, with my best friend Mike, and see Star Wars Episode 7 on the screen with all the problems gone, and a new beginning, really. And I'm a kid. I'm a kid, I'm sorry. I'm a kid at heart when it comes to Star Wars. I mean, Doctor Who was my thing on TV, okay? And when it came to the movies, Star Wars was my thing, okay, since I was a kid. And when I was a kid, I saw Star Wars. Not talking about Star Wars, but Star Trek to the Wrath of Khan, and that movie got me into Star Trek. After the fact, but I am a big Star Wars fan as well. A big Doctor Who fan. I'm a Trekkie, but I tell you, Star Wars movies again in the theater. To me, it may sound silly, but there's no way the world is going to end with all this stuff going on. I mean, there's so much potential, not just for Star Wars movies, but what I've seen in Staten Island, the kindness, the caring, people, and I don't mean to go off tangent, but the, the monumental love in the world, in Staten Island, for people, for strangers that they never met, to band together. I mean, this is what God wants. God wants people to love each other, help each other. And technology was mute basically. So, but going back to topic, it was a refreshing news to hear that Star Wars Episode 7 is coming in 2015, and I'm very happy. And I can't wait. So, everything's changing. Things are going to be better than ever. And this is just the beginning. And I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.